I think no matter who you are, people always doubt you, whether you're an athlete, in business. I think it's up to you to kind of rise to that occasion and show people what you're made of. I'm James Van Riemsdyk, left winger for the Toronto Maple Leafs and former first-round draft pick of the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm here today to share my prove people wrong story. Reamer's one that stuck. Pizza, New York City. I follow like 500 or so different people, but my favorite one is John Butchergross. Between two, I'd say my first NHL goal and the goal my sophomore year in the state championship in overtime. I'd say my first NHL game. That was one that you kind of work a lifetime to get to that place, and to finally achieve that dream was pretty special. The worst feeling I ever had after a game was Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals in my rookie year. You play the whole year and you play your whole life to kind of get to that moment, and the season's over pretty quickly. Childhood dream. Stanley Cup champion. Zdeno Chara, he's huge. I'll go with Claude Giroux. Too much to count. I watched a lot of Marty Brodeur growing up, so it's always extra special to get one on him. Hopefully there's no goalies watching, but backhand 5-hole. I like to be active, so stuff like boating and playing tennis and that sort of thing I like to do. It's one of those things where you're always constantly having to kind of silence the critics and prove those doubters wrong, and I think it started when I was young, when you get cut from certain teams, or you know, you go somewhere and people tell you a kid from New Jersey is never going to make it, and now to this level where you kind of have a year where you're banged up a little bit and don't play the way you want to play, and you have more people kind of questioning you. So I think no matter what level you're at, there's always going to be people questioning your abilities. As a young athlete, I looked up to Adam Graves of the New York Rangers. He was definitely a guy that carried himself the right way, not only on the ice, but off the ice and in the community. My proudest memory on the ice at any level would be winning a state title with my high school hockey team. After we won, it made it easier for me to go off to pursue my personal dreams. People think about professional sports as only being maybe a 6 or 7 month a year kind of thing, but you know what, everyone's pretty committed to their craft, and it really is a 24-hour, 365-day type of job. You've always got to be putting in the time, whether it be on the ice, in the gym, working on your game, getting more athletic, getting stronger. I definitely feel like I have something to prove. You know what, I think whenever you get traded, there's always kind of a feeling of maybe getting given up on, and I think it's up to me from this point to really prove the player I can be. I think no matter who you are, people always doubt you, whether you're an athlete, in business, or whatever you may do, and you know what, I think it's up to you to kind of rise to that occasion and really show people what you're made of. No mountain is too tall to climb. I mean, if you're willing to put in the work and do the right things and be committed to the task at hand, I think anything can really be accomplished. You look at some of the great success stories and people who have overcome odds, and you think when they go back to looking back on how they got there, you think they'd be crazy for undertaking that challenge, but it's worth it at the end of the day, and I think that's what makes you find out what people are made of. Silence the critics, prove people wrong.